Can I be real with y'all for a second? There is nothing more attractive than a relaxed woman who validates her own love without looking for a man to do it. There is just something.
Feminine man is. I don't
You know exactly what it is.
Who, me?
You honestly feel threatened by them because that's the one thing that you probably lack as a human is this empathy vehicle that you're so afraid to lay claim to when really it's necessary for your manhood. I believe that the most
1000%.
well-rounded individuals, male and female.
Every man's life, he'll meet one woman, and this woman will have an aura, an energy, something about her that just separates her from every woman that you'll meet after that. And it really does you a disservice as a man, because you'll meet a girl who's just that girl, and then you won't be able to forget about her, you won't be able to move on from her. She'll just have that over you. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. And it's crazy because
Awaken, remember, rise with Yogi Butterflies. It's your girl Blue, here to serve you love, light, and truth. In today's video, we're actually going to listen to some guys and their input on how they feel about the divine feminine energy versus when we're too much in our masculine energy. I know I've had struggles here myself, so this was a very refreshing video to make. I hope it can help you ladies too, and fellas, if you're trying to get some more insight on how to deal with the divine feminine that you may be dealing with or thinking of dealing with. All right, let's get into the video.
A 17-year-old came to me and he said, "Dad, I like this girl." So I had to ask him what he liked about her. And the boy said, "It's because she's feminine, Dad." And I'm thinking, like, what do you know about feminine? He said how she talk, how she answers questions, the way that she carry herself. He said she's just feminine. I said one thing about a girl or a woman that's feminine, they don't even have to be the most attractive woman, because it's something about a feminine woman that is automatically like a magnet for a man. A feminine woman is a man's weakness. A man is a protector by nature. And a woman that's feminine, she doesn't come off fragile, but she does come off delicate. And when a woman is delicate, it automatically puts a man in a position like, I gotta protect. But when she's always hard or she's aggressive, then that man subconsciously think she got her or she don't need me. But I just thought I'd share that because I thought that was amazing for my son, who really don't be paying girls no mind, because he liked to stay focused, to say what he was attracted to in a girl that he finally likes is that she's feminine.
6 years of understanding feminine energy in 60 fucking seconds. Let's do it. Number one, I learned feminine energy is not girl stuff. You don't have to paint your nails, braid your hair, or walk around with a flower crown like a fucking Disney princess to understand your woman. Relax, bro. It's not fucking cosplay. Number two, feminine energy is emotion, intuition, and expression. Meanwhile, we're over here like, why are you crying? I don't know. Okay, well, how do we fix it? You can't. Sir, this is not a fucking boss fight. Number three, I realize women feel everything on Wi-Fi level speed. We feel one thing a day. Whole time she feels 17 emotions before fucking breakfast. That's not trauma. That's emotional 5G, my guy. Number four, I learned masculine energy isn't fucking cold, robotic, or emotionally fucking constipated. It's staying grounded while she expresses acting like her feelings are a meteor heading towards Earth. Number five, I understood women aren't looking for a therapist or a fucking drill sergeant. They want a man who can stay present without fucking panicking. A calm chest to cry on, not a confused man asking, are you mad at me or like? Number six, real masculine energy complements feminine energy. She brings emotion, we bring direction. She brings depth, we bring structure. She says, I feel. We say, okay, here's how we move. Not man up, not calm down, but balance. And last but not least, you don't need to become a woman in order to understand women. You just need patience, presence, and the emotional security to not fold under fucking pressure. Boom! Saved your ass confusion, arguments, and one, I just wish you understood me, meltdown. Now Venmo me $5. I just saved your relationship and your fucking man card.
Can I be real with y'all for a second? There is nothing more attractive than a relaxed woman who validates her own love without looking for a man to do it. There is just something so special, so magical about the energy of a woman who has let go of the need to prove herself to others. She has this calmness in her walk, a smile, and even through a screen, you can still feel it. See, the issue is a lot of women are deeply wounded or deeply disconnected from their true self. And they will pour their all into a man, abandoning herself, being so accommodating of his needs while ignoring her own, in hopes to one day be finally chosen as his queen. But the divine feminine chooses herself. She makes herself her own queen and then aligns herself with the king. Okay? Some of y'all refuse. You refuse to cut the version of yourself that tolerated some bullshit. You struggle with dating because you convince yourself that that basic man that you got, the one that doesn't show up for you, the one that's inconsistent with you, the one that is emotionally unavailable, you convince yourself that that's your king. Wrong looks right, water is dry. Just because you refuse to surrender to your ego and cut that version of yourself off that keeps tolerating some trash. I care about you, but if a man can't add to your healing, if he can't be gentle and considerate with you, if he can't protect your softness, then, beloved, that is not your king. Love. Oh, God.
The better a man treats his woman, the more abundance he receives and the more wealth that he generates, because the way that he treats his woman is the way that he treats the feminine energy inside of him, which is the energy that is responsible for magnetizing from God. If a man treats his woman poorly, it's because he has a bad relationship with his feminine energy. It's not a coincidence that the poorest countries in the world are the ones suppressing, abusing, and killing off their women, not giving them freedoms, and the richest countries in the world are the ones that give women the most freedom. Because women are created out of feminine energy. They are amplifiers. They are gardens. If you water your garden, you treat it well, it will grow beautiful fruits, vegetables, and give you an entire home. If you treat your garden bad, it will grow weeds and rot your entire place. Therefore, the better you treat women, the more magnetizing and abundant you will become. Oh my God, who said that?
At one point in time in history, women used to be honored, valued, and respected and cherished because of their wisdom. If you're a man that's listening to this right now, that has journeyed, that is awakened, that understands the true value of a woman, you know that when you are doubting, you just go ask a woman. And the woman goes, yeah, baby, this, and you're like, you know what, you're right. Because they're so wise. And they carry with them this intuition. And so what happens is, along the way, us men, at some point in time, we were able to get to the space where we started going, hey, wait a minute. And this was a spiritual thing. This is dark energy. Dark energy goes, wait a minute. That's too powerful. They're too powerful. And so something has to happen in order to stop this. Because in essence, the woman is love. And so dark energy doesn't like it. So what does dark energy have us do, or some men do? Start to abuse and start to no longer honor and no longer value and take advantage of. Why? Because we're stronger and we can. And so when that starts to happen, the energy wants us to value women no longer for their intuition, for their looks, for the size of their breasts, for their waistline, for their hair, for their injected mouths, and all of these things. And if you look 50 years ago, the Kardashians weren't around back then. So we didn't even know what it was to not love yourself for the way you really are and to alter yourself and to do all these things. And then I just want to challenge everybody to look further. Look 100 years into the future. What's going to happen with our women? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Death. That is the goal of darkness.
In every man's life, he'll meet one woman, and this woman will have an aura, an energy, something about her that just separates her from every woman that you'll meet after that. And it really does you a disservice as a man, because you'll meet a girl who's just that girl, and then you won't be able to forget about her. You won't be able to move on from her. She'll just have that over you. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. And it's crazy because as a man, you're supposed to be thinking logically and have reason behind everything you do, but there is no real reason behind why you feel so strongly about this woman. She really just got it like that. And if you just so happen to be that woman, understand that you are a dangerous motherfucker. I'm gonna be completely honest. Any woman who just approaches you with a completely different aura or energy, she automatically holds real authority over you as a man, and you're gonna want to go hard behind her because you sense the rarity behind that. Because a lot of these motherfuckers be the same person, just cut a million different ways. So when a girl is really that girl, you know it, and you know how hard you're gonna go behind her every rip. So I'm saying that to say, when you really that girl, you'll know it and he'll know it too. And if that nigga get to acting crazy after the fact, that ain't his fault, it's yours. You knew what the fuck you was doing.
I don't know what a feminine man is. I don't
You know exactly what it is.
Who,
And
me?
you honestly feel threatened by them because that's the one thing that you probably lack as a human is this empathy vehicle that you're so afraid to lay claim to when really it's necessary for your manhood. I believe that the most
1000%.
well-rounded individuals, male and female, must have the ability to be what y'all call this masculine. When it's as a woman, it's like when it's two becomes one, there's got to be some bleed over. There's this purge. There's this sauce that you make of a man's masculinity and a woman's femininity. Those things don't, just like y'all mesh, so does that energy. I would not expect my woman to not pick up some sort of masculine traits, but these are mine. I get to watch her use my slang, carry that shit like I carry it. That's the most beautiful thing. As long as we call it a war, we will forever be intimidated when we see it in ourselves. But that's really just women touch you in a way that make you softer, bro.
Yeah,
and you must acquire that to survive.
I have to have a very feminine woman, right? She has to be in that flow, and she has to be somebody that can help provide peace. I'm still attracted to the traditional qualities of what a woman is, you know, so that's what I look for.
Like what?
I think the new age is about what a woman has. Traditional is about who she is, right? It was based on your qualities, right? So your softness, your tenderness, your ability, your intuition, right? Your feminine actions, right? How we speak to each other, how we build with each other, that ability to be able to create peace in a home and to be able to build with me. You feel me? For sure.
So if you met a woman who already had children, she's out of the question.
Further another man.
You don't want to be no stepdaddy.
No, I'm not gonna be a stepdaddy. You see things that I don't see, you my second brain. Oh no, she would have to be.
Yeah.
Highest level tour.
If she's soft around you, it's not just love, it's safety. You know what I'm saying? Because every soft woman has once been in survival mode. And a woman ain't soft with everybody. You know what I'm saying? A woman becomes soft when she is around a man that makes her feel emotionally safe. That softness, that glow, is just a reaction to how you show up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just random. You know what I'm saying? It's your consistency. You know what I'm saying? It's your protection. It's the way that you speak to her. You know what I'm saying? And it's the way that you lead. You know what I'm saying? Because a good woman don't mind following a great leader at all. And most good women, man, they had to be strong, man, because it's some men out here that have drugged some great women through the mud. So when a woman finally get a chance to rest, she laugh more. You know what I'm saying? She talk softer. You know what I mean? She smile different because she trusts you. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to fight. She ain't got to beg to be heard. She ain't got to carry it all by herself because you created that peace. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, we got to protect more than just a woman's body. You know what I'm saying? We got to protect her mind. We got to protect her spirit. And we got to protect her peace. You know what I'm saying? That's why when she around you and she acting softer, it ain't because she changed. It's because you gave her a reason to. True facts.
I just want to get this off my chest real quick. I put on threads the other day that I love seeing a woman in her soft girl era, and God, I do. I promise you I do. And a man hit me up and was like, what does soft girl era mean? To me, it's not about having your hair done. It's not about being presentable everywhere you go. It could be sweatpants, hair tied, just like Drake said. It ain't about cooking, cleaning, doing laundry. No, baby, it's about the fact that you have embraced your feminine energy and you're comfortable in this space, right? You done released everything that's made you defensive, protective, hyper aggressive. You've released all of these things. You done dealing with niggas you can't express yourself to. You ain't going back and forth with people. You done released family members who drove you to this masculine place just so your femininity can thrive. And for the fellas, listen, there's nothing more masculine you can do than help a woman embrace her feminine energy, right? Start her a perfume collection. You know what I'm saying? Embrace the hobby she loves. I watched my dad do it for my mother, and I will do it for mine.
70% of women don't have a release during intercourse. And the 30% are probably faking it. And the ones who actually enjoy sex typically were touched as a child and they were introduced to it very early. So 99.9% of women are not even being pleased sexually by a man, and that's the only thing that a man wants. And then when a woman actually will feel better having conversation for 2 hours with her man, but a man don't want to talk 2 hours because he'd rather be on the Xbox or the PlayStation or watching the game. And so this was the realization from being a dog, from being a serial cheater. When I had my run-in with Jesus on the road to Damascus, this is what he showed me, that you ain't God's gift to women. You a curse to women.
Now, I am a believer in the power of the spirit, the human spirit. And I do believe that all beings are composed of both masculine and feminine energy. But I do believe that the average man has only so much feminine energy within them. And I can only speak for myself when I say a good woman who is tapped in and attuned to her feminine energy and her divine feminine power, what those type of women can bring into a man's life is immeasurable. Us as single men, we just live our lives day to day in whatever routine we set for ourselves. And we don't even know that there is a whole different perspective and force and life outside of that until we meet a woman who brings divine feminine energy. It opens up your mind and your life to possibilities and things you didn't even know existed, to the point where you feel like you were walking around in the dark, like living a life with blinders on before that. For me, the amount of like warmth and love that a divine feminine woman brings is immeasurable. I'm trying my best to put it into words, and I think I'm really good at describing things, but it gives like this framework of like a home around your heart, whereas before it was just like a bare minimum heart, just functioning, pumping blood, living in survival mode. But the right woman will open your eyes up and show you that there is more to life than just surviving. You can make a beautiful home around your heart, and it will give it feelings that it never felt before. That's the best way I can explain it. They take what a man has naturally and they just amplify it and multiply it and just pump new life and breathe new life into it. It's like I'm a man who embraces the fact that I have feminine energy, and I try my best to nurture myself. Well, I do a good job at nurturing myself and caring for myself and beautifying myself and things like that. But even me, a man who's tapped into his feminine side, that bit of energy I have doesn't even compare to the amount of love and nurturing that a woman has. Like, it pales in comparison. Even for me, who's not the average guy, I still need that. That's how powerful that divine feminine energy is. And I see that's why, women refer to it as such, because it is truly divine. It's a gift from God. And fellas, if you don't have that in your life, you are missing out. You have to recalibrate and retune your frequency to be able to accept that from a woman. It will change your life. It's almost like a DRUG. It's euphoric. You just want more and more of it. That femininity is so addictive and attractive. Fellas, you can't live your life single. You have to get a good woman. She will take you to the next level. Believe me. That's about all I got to say about that.
Ladies, fun fact, femininity controls the relationship. If you are a very feminine woman, you run your man. If you are a very feminine woman, you will get anything you want. You will have a simple and easy life. You are in control of the relationship. You shape that entire relationship off of being feminine.
You know, you said something very powerful. You said the right man can't make you soft. They can't make you more feminine. What they can do is give you the space to be that. But if you've never done it, if you've never seen it, you're not just going to become it just because a man comes along and says, hey, I make enough money so you can retire and you can be a housewife now. You're not just going to become soft.
Conditioned for that.
Right. So you have to be around people that live a soft life. You have to be around other women that are nurturing, that are feminine, that are able to be led, right? They lead in areas that they're supposed to lead in, but they're able to be led.
That's the greatest quality you're going to find within a woman, number one. A feminine woman, right? Because a woman that is truly tapped into her feminine nature is a nurturer. She is a healer. And not only that, she is a multiplier, meaning that anything that you give her, she will help you multiply. Today's women are takers. They just want to receive. They don't know how to take what is given to them and help multiply it. So a woman, if you think about what a woman has that a man doesn't have, and that's a womb. You understand me? What we give her, she takes that within her womb, and she got that big womb energy. She gonna multiply, right? She's going to produce. Your job is to give her something healthy to produce. A man has a vision. A woman helps produce that vision into reality. So a high-value woman is a helpmate.
A lot of men like women, but they don't like feminine energy. Because feminine energy leans on masculine energy, and you need to be masculine to be able to deal with that shit. Because let's think about it. At the surface, a woman is very playful. She's very intuitive. She's very empathetic. There's so many things to love about a woman at the surface. But after all of those things, she then goes to being vulnerable. And then she surrenders. And then she leans on a man. She then depends on a man. She then becomes insecure about her man. She then becomes emotional about her man. And those are all qualities that a real masculine man should be able to deal with. Because when you masculine, you don't mind communicating because you're ambitious. And when you're ambitious, you're goal driven, you're action driven, you're doing driven. So if you have real ambition towards taking care of the woman that's around you, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing but another challenge. But masculinity is confused as being these big dog, macho man ass people. No, masculine energy is all predicated on feminine energy. And if you can't deal with feminine energy, then you're not really that masculine. Masculine ain't no macho man shit. It's being able to be the problem solver for all of the problems that the feminine have. And that's what the feminine energy is, being the problem solver for all of the problems that the masculine have. So it goes hand in hand. But I do feel like there's a lot of lust attached towards women rather than love attached to women. Because if there was real love there, then you wouldn't have no issue dealing with a woman's qualities when she really taps into them. So if you don't like feminine energy, then you're just not masculine. And that's just the way that I see it.
If it feels like your woman isn't being feminine enough with you, that means you haven't provided enough security. You soften a woman by being a solid man. That means being the man that you say that you are. That means showing up like you're supposed to. That means doing what you said you were going to do. And that's not simping, that's just good character and integrity. The job of a man in any relationship is to bring peace to her life. So if you're being inconsistent and falling short, you're doing nothing but causing chaos. See, too many men want to lead, but they don't want to accept that role as a teacher as well. There's a lot of women out here that have not experienced the respect of a man, so you show her what that looks like. If she got a disrespectful mouth, respect her back into peace. If she has trust issues, work out what it looks like for her to be able to trust. And I know a lot of y'all are thinking that's a lot of trouble and I shouldn't have to be responsible for that, but guess what? A lot of these women are worth it. Because a lot of times a really good woman is right behind that issue. A lot of men miss out on a lot of good women because they're too lazy to actually lead. But it will always start with a man knowing himself, being patient, and being consistent. Remember that in order for a woman to accept your provision and protection, she has to offer you her vulnerability. As a man, it all starts with you. You set the tone. Take it seriously. I don't think women understand how much power they have when it comes to men. Acting like a lady around us moves us. Women forget that the power they have over men is attraction and influence. Ladies, I'll never tell you not to be alpha or direct or whatever you want to call it, but there's a tone that men are directly tuned into that a woman can take and she can just about get whatever she wants. There's a way that my wife can speak to me and my attention is only on her. Masculinity responds to femininity every single time. When a man is hit with the gravity of a woman's attraction, it turns on his provision and protection. You turn into something that is to be secured and sustained. Men crave feminine women. The touch and word of a woman can change his whole day. I'm not saying don't be independent, strong, and successful. Be that too, but a man needs that peace only a woman can bring.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay in tune with new posts and content. Feel free to share your experiences down below in the comments as well. Let's connect and let's, just kind of build a community here. Remember to rise higher, shine brighter, and remember your soul has wings. See you in the next video. Ashe.